Hello everyone, we're back. Part 2. Well, that's not happened for a while. Hello SE Aviation, we're back, part 2. I don't know what happened then. The internet just fell over, and so I know there is a problem with masts in the area, but I thought that was just O2 and I'm not O2, so I'm not entirely sure what the situation is. It's gone into the clouds. But yeah, it was absolutely fine, wasn't it? And then all of a sudden it just went to nothing. And so please accept my apologies for the internet demons. Hopefully we can get going again on a brand new stream. Right. Yeah, it literally, it was fine, and then it just fell flat on its backside and kicked me out. Thanks, Telly. Thank you for coming back. It's just so frustrating because, you know, work so hard to try and get the best picture and the best signal and what have you. And I know sometimes it gets a bit choice, but we were really on the up, weren't we? And hopefully part 2 will be better. At the end of the day, it's all powered by electricity. It's all pulses through the air, isn't it? So, you know, anything could have caused that. Could be a problem with a foam mast. It could be, I don't know, it could be anything. The main thing is that we're back for the time being, and it's great to have you along with us. Right, let's cast our eyes towards the bottom of the runway, because we've got an EasyJet plane off to Gibraltar. Orange Airways, lovingly called Orange Airways by the channel. Just going to whack my coat back on because it's got a bit chilly around these parts. So I did just have my tracksuit top on, but It's got a bit chilly. So keep me neck warm, won't it? They won't be able to miss me anyway in my coat because it's like a mustard colour. Like, oh my god, she's there again, that one. Okay. So we've got a couple of flights lined up. Ryanair just teetering down, followed by Jet2, and Orange Airways as well is waiting. And our arrival it's a little ATR 72600 Aer Lingus style. From Belfast, little 47-minute hop over the Irish Sea, operated by Emerald Airlines UK. Love a prop. Love a prop. That's one of the emojis I want to do, Telly. Nice little prop emoji. What do you reckon? No, something's not quite right still. We'll stay with it. We'll stay with it. So, Jet2, jetting off. We'll leave our friends at Aer Lingus and try and catch up with our friends at Jet2. Package holidays, you can trust Livery. Oh my god, that was awful. I'm so sorry. That's better. The zoom was a bit too high. And it all went a bit Pete Song. Like my school report, could do better. Another arrival coming in. This time Helvetic, whichever way you were. Yeah, it might be because of this runway. I do, however, need a bigger speaker. That's on the way as well, a bigger microphone, because that then will pick up a bit more than my current one does. But yeah, when they take off and land on 23 right, it is quieter. So Helvetic from Zurich. I know you're not, mate. I know you're not. It's one of the things on my list, is to get, you know, one of these nice big microphones, just so that I can put it a bit further down and it'll pick up some lovely aircraft noise for us. We'll leave them there and we'll go to Ryanair. So I've got an umbrella. I've got an umbrella telly. I do want a mic, and I'd like a new tripod, because this one's a bit. It's not ideal. It does the job, but it's not. It's not perfect. You know, I want one of those waterhead ones, and this isn't a waterhead one. Um, but we'll get there. We'll get there. My problem is that I want everything now, and so I'm trying to be a good girl at the moment, because one thing you can be sure of is that photography equipment is quite expensive. Another Dreamliner. Just landed from Lanzarote, ACE. Hello, Silsec. Glad you found us again. I'm glad the others have found us as well. I'm so sorry. The internet just fell over. I've got no idea what happened. Um, it was fine, and then just literally, I don't know, fainted or something. The internet gods can be cruel round here sometimes. I do know that there was a problem with a foam mast around here, so I'm wondering if that could be what the issue is. So, but we're on 5G, so we're all right. 5G is good enough for streaming. We'll leave Tui there and we'll go to Orange Airways. Okay, so let's have a look at the bottom of the runway. So we've got Jet2 and Ryanair and another Jet2 heading to runway 23 right. We are on single ground ops. Runway 23 right is being used for taking off and landing. And so, talking of landing, Ethiopian is just arriving from Geneva. He makes me laugh, Telly Joanna. He's funny, isn't he? Absolute top bloke. Jet2 are on the runway. Sorry, I keep yawning. In an A321neo, it's 12 months old. We'll head over because they are firing their engines up and getting ready to go. See the shark fin of the tail? Package holidays, you can trust livery. Jet2 off on their holly bags. Just arrived is Ryanair. Arriving from Dublin. We'll head back down to where the action is. We've got a couple of Jet2 flights after this Ryanair flight. See the Jet2 going down. And so the Ryanair will just be in this general area here. And it's not waiting, it's just going straight away, this one. Oh dear. Yeah, I mean, some animals don't like it. My mum's dogs are exactly the same, you know, with fireworks. My dog doesn't even, it doesn't vex him at all. He's just, I don't know, he's just not mithered at all by it. Which I'm glad about, to be honest. Another arrival. Just saw the headlight coming in over the bushes. It's a louder. In from Vienna. Hello, John Walton. How are you keeping? Hope you're good this morning. Absolutely. Could be a little louder, do you think? It's a cute little louder. It's an A320. You can call planes cute. Is that a thing? Well, let's make it a thing. That's a cute little A320, that. Jet 2. Jetting off. This one is operated by EFT Airways. Good morning, Steve May. Hope you're good. Helsinki spotting. Hello, hello. Disappearing into the clouds. Great to have you on board, guys. KLM just arriving. I'm waiting patiently for this A321neo to come again. This one's a 737. Love a City Hopper livery. Very, very nice. Very nice indeed. We will hurtle back down the runway. Hello, Christopher. I'm glad you found us. We had the internet gods decided to show us who was boss and completely booted us off. But we're back because we don't give up that easily, do we? I like the Embraers, the Embraer 190 STs, the sporty version as I call them. Yeah, I like those. The A321 was here. You know, the one that was used in, is it PHAXA? That was used in the publicity campaign for their new fleet of A321 Neos. And I was absolutely buzzing, and then somebody stood in front of my camera. So hopefully I'll get some better pictures next time it arrives. This one is off to Porto. 737. Lovely silver and red livery. I think it looks so smart, that. That's why the emoji, silver and red. I just like the silver and red livery on the jet too. Thank you very much, Telly. Using our darling hold my hand emojis. Maybe we should use the wow emoji as well. What do you think? So this is Austrian. Landed from Vienna. Their livery is nice as well, isn't it? Stylish, elegant. Can you call a plane livery elegant? I'm going with elegant anyway. Swish. It is nice. It's not just me, is it? It is nice livery. Let's go back down here. Because EasyJet are due to go again. This time they are going to Copenhagen. Somewhere. Where are they? They're, you might just be able to make out a tail of an EasyJet plane. But it is hurtling down the runway now, so we will get it in view. There is a slight hill, as the airport obviously follows the natural terrain of the land. Oh, Neo livery. Very nice. Still say it looks like an orange. A few birds knocking around. Helps with drainage. Hang on, what have I missed? What's not round? Ryanair off on their holly bags to Lanzarote. Nice little queue again for the next run out. Next one is an EasyJet flight. So if you watch various... this is Sun Express, isn't it? That snuck in. Arriving from Dalaman. Where is it? There it is. Is Sun Express. Turkey teeth emoji in the chat. Still on single ops. Yes. And so, yeah, rightly, John Walton says Singapore are on the way in, and they absolutely are. One of my favourite liveries, Singapore Airlines. Qatar has pinged, smashing. That's a 777 this morning, Joanna. So very, very excited to see that. And so it says Singapore are arriving in 3 minutes. So meanwhile, we'll watch our orange friends head off. Single up till 4 p.m. Blimey. Yeah, it changes in the winter, doesn't it? It does, it changes in the winter. Off to the Greek islands. So Singapore are over Cheadle. And so we might have another one go out before Singapore come in. Although they look like they could be waiting as well, you know. No, it's a 777, wasn't it, the Qatar? That's shown as a Dreamliner. I'm confused. Etihad was the 777, you're right. Sorry. It's what happens when you only have 4 hours sleep and come and do a stream. You kind of lose a bit of track of what you're doing. Anywho's, we love an A350. From Singapore to Manchester, 13 hours and 42 minutes. Not such a shabby flight time, that. They're taking a short taxi. All on a 9-volt NV SMU, absolutely. Well, that means that the one from Houston should be in shortly as well, then, because they normally arrive within about half an hour of each other, don't they? Ryanair heading off. Lovely scenes. Lovely scenes at the airport. We just continue watching the Singapore taxiing. 9:30 is the next one. Wow. Maybe it was just because they were really early the other morning and managed to get literally one behind the other. Which was nice. Ryanair just landed from Belfast, making quite a loud appearance. And is it a short taxi for the Ryanair flight as well? It looks like it is. Do your eyes spot a BBJ near the STS hangar? I don't know. We'll have a look. It's EasyJet, and they're heading to Lanzarote. Let's just have a look and see if we can see. There you go. Does that make it any easier for you, Christopher? You just got to sweep over because we've got another arrival. Only an EasyJet flight. Landing from Milan. Arriving at Manchester. Dodgy camera work this morning. It's an A320. I'm either too close or too far away. Sort your head out, Beck. And an hour and 38 minutes ago, they left Milan. Next to hangar is ex-Qatar 777 for conversion. Ah, okay. Yeah, possibly. Just going to sweep back for EasyJet. They're off to Malaga. Another rival EasyJet arriving from Belfast. Orange Airways, thanks Telly. And so, let's see, it's just there. Just there. So yeah, it certainly looks like one. The colourway. TUI. Now this is one I've not seen before. TUI going to Toronto. Yeah, well that's what it says. Flight Radar says that TUI is going to Toronto in a 737. I've never seen TUI fly to Toronto. Doesn't mean they don't, it just means I've never seen it. Now get your butties out, because British Airways are departing. It's a little shuttle flight to London Heathrow, where they meet up with their larger flights across the world. Flight time for 35 minutes. They won't even get down the plane with the tea trolley on that one, will they? Oh, do they, Joanna? Some of them go for the winter. Yeah. Like I said, it doesn't, because I've not seen it, doesn't mean they don't do it. It just means I've never seen it before. They go all over everywhere, don't they, TUI? I've just never seen them go to Toronto. It's always been Air Transat that have gone to Toronto. Yeah. New to me, says Christopher Porter. Absolutely. Union tea break at the other end. You'd hope so, wouldn't you? Thank you, Christopher. Let me know what you find out. He's going to investigate the Toronto situation and report back. Do they really? Would you like a butty? Would you like a drink? Would you like a butty? They'd only get the first 3 rows done, wouldn't they, by the time they've done everything else? Qatar and their cheeky little Dreamliner are at the start of the runway. Can't stop yawning this morning, folks. Please accept this. Dreamy, dreamy. Off to Doha. So, well, surely that Etihad 777 won't be too far behind it. Only normally here for a couple of hours, aren't they? Ryanair just returning from Cork. TUI making the turn at the bottom of the runway. And so, yeah, although the runway looks flat, there is a slight bit of hillage going on, John. And so there's like a little hill, which is why they look like they're just out of shot. The TUI flight to Heraklion is all lined up. I'm waiting for authorization. I can hear engines building in the distance. And this one's a Manchester Airport regular, registration, Golf, Tango, Uniform, Kilo, Sierra, G-Tux. There's 737. Good morning if you've just joined us. It's great to have you on board. We're live at Manchester Airport for your Sunday morning, November the 3rd. Another plane hurtling towards us as well is that of a Jet 2. And this one is G Sun L. It's one of the new ones, that, isn't it? It is brand new. Registered in August 2024. Off to Royce. Shark fin of a Ryanair. Dun, 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 dun. Off to Copenhagen. Aer Lingus next on the way out. But first, it's an SAS Connect plane. By the look of it. From Oslo to Manchester, A320neo this one. Morning, Barney. How are you doing? Great to have you on board, my friend. Good morning, Jan. Hope you're good. And Steve as well. Hopefully he's in the background there as well. We'll just make our way back down the runway. That's the one coming down there, I think. You see, no, it's the second one, that one, isn't it? There it is. It's Aer Lingus. And they're off to Dublin. Not faffing about this morning. So we've got a triple of Jet 2 flights to go out next. Thank you very much, Telly, for your kind words. Telly says, for a little support of Becky's Planes, Trains and Buses, why not click on that like button? Even better, subscribe and set the notification bell. And as always, please consider joining the team as a member. Thank you very much. BA from Heathrow. It's a little A319 registration Golf Echo Uniform Papa Whiskey. Barney solved the TUI mystery. Oh, brilliant, has he? Tell us, Barney, what's happening? So, TUI to YYZ, which is Toronto, for Sunwing damp lease operations for the winter. Oh, is it really? Well, thank you very much, Barney. I knew something wasn't quite right by instinct because they don't normally fly to Toronto. We'll head way back down the runway again in the hope of finding, there it is, in the hope of finding a Jet 2 plane. Off to Venice. You're a massive help, Barney. Thank you. Another Jet 2 waiting to go. I'm keeping an eye out because we are waiting for a Jet 2 farewell this morning, aren't we? Friendly low fares livery. And so, yeah, I did post the details on the community yesterday, the details that I had. They are, of course, subject to change, as is anything. But the details that we have deciphered is that GLSAC will take its last passenger flight on flight number LS998 today. They really have given brilliant service, haven't they, the 757s? It'll be a real shame not to see them anymore. Probably go into different colours, won't they? That's normally what happens. Another airline will probably snap them up for something that they need them for. It's just that it was time for them to upgrade theirs. Another Lauda just coming in. This time from Palma de Mallorca. Are they getting converted to freight, are they? Makes sense. Aer Lingus prop on the move. We'll head over to the prop because this is going to get up fairly quick, I would imagine. Morning, Richard Dowd. Hope you're good. Just watch as the Lauda taxis into the terminal. So LS998 is an arrival plane, I think, this morning. I'm just having a quick look to see if I can see stuff. So the Emirates is due to go at 10 to 9. Fuerteventura. So where that LS 997, as it's coming in as, is due in at 8 minutes past 10. I can see the Etihad 777 is taxiing. And then, of course, we have an arrival, Virgin arrival, Airbus A330. And this one is called Miss Champagne or G Vine. Arriving from Bridgetown, Barbados. It's around those parts, isn't it? And so, yes, the 777 Etihad Airways flight is making its way down the runway. I've seen that livery before, but obviously not on the 777, so it'd be nice to see. Oh, Telly, you're a star. Telly said in the chat about people in the Lurkers Lounge, please come and say hello in the chat. I just took my teeth out to give them a clean, and he's used the turkey teeth emoji. Top man, Telly, top man. So at the moment, we're watching Champagne Girl. And 2 Ryanair flights and the Etihad 777 on the move. Also, the Emirates is due to go as well. It was pinging. It was, the time is on for 10 to. And so they may well, excuse me, they may well push back. They may well push back in time. Apologies for my yawns this morning, folks. It's a late night followed by an early morning. So we've got looks like we've got a few little treats coming up over the winter time in terms of operators and destinations. Ryanair are heading down the runway. Off to Carcassonne. Yeah, wasn't sure if the Ranger was going to Carcassonne instead, Telly. So the Emirates is still on the stand, so no movement just there from the Emirates. And Ryanair, you can see the tail of the 777 as well. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Thanks, Joanna. Take care. See you soon. And so the next to go is the Etihad 777. And this is going to turn and burn, I think. Lovely Etihad 777. What a stunner. What a beauty. What an absolute beauty. Don't know if it's just me, but that livery makes it look smaller. You know, a bit like, does my bum look big in this? That livery made it look smaller. You know, some liveries can make it look huge. You know, that livery, I don't know, that just sort of made it nice and slim or something. Just gonna get me breakfast biscuits out. Feeling a bit peckish now. It was lovely, that 777. I liked that 777 a lot. What's that? Did you know that falcons can fly for free on Etihad? Why is that? We've hit a little bit of a lull, but we have got a Ryanair coming in just over heel green, making its way back from Alicante. Just see the head of it now, nose light even. So Telly says falconing is a major sport in the UAE, and they have falcons fly for free. Oh, really? I didn't realise that. It's a nice bit of general knowledge, that is, isn't it? We'll dash off and see what this arrival is. Finnair from Helsinki. I like a Finnair. Nice little Embraer E190. This one is operated by Norra, spelled November Oscar Romeo Romeo Alpha. I've seen this plane a number of times. Oscar Hotel Lima Kilo Kilo is the reg. And British Airways making their way to the runway I can see on flight radar. So we'll leave the terminal and go to the BA flight. They've put their thermos flasks away, Telly, haven't they? They've ate their butties. A baby A319. A little bit of a lull. I'm just going to have a look and see if there's anything due in. And there normally is, although the Emirates is due out as well. It's not actually pinging yet though. So we may have a little bit of a gap because there's a couple of flights that were due in that have landed early. I noticed that on the arrivals board, the Air China cargo plane from Beijing is listed again. Will it make an appearance this morning? Well, it just says scheduled. It doesn't say anything really. Although Beijing to Manchester, so it will it arrive? I guess it remains to be seen, doesn't it? So next departure, few departures, couple of Jet2 departures due, as well as Ryanair and TUI. They're all due out at 9 o'clock. The Athens flight by Jet2 is estimated at 9:20. Salerno is 9:25. And arrivals into the airport this morning. Well, Alicante's landed. We've seen that one. And then we've got an Avantair scheduled from Guernsey at 9:10. No arrival time on that, so it makes me think that it's like that Air China. So they're still in talks, finalising contracts. Everything's there and ready for it to be go live, but doesn't look like it's actually gone live just yet. So we'll wait and see. It might come in. The Finnair Helsinki flight arrived, and that arrived 11 minutes early. We've got Singapore Airlines on the way in from Houston this time, due at 9:30, but it's estimated at 9:36. And so in terms of where they are in relation to their journey so far this morning, they're just on the outskirts of Dublin. They're just coming over Balbriggan, so they are going to be at least another 35 minutes by the look of that. And so back down on the ground at Manchester, there's a few things moving around, none of which are the Emirates. And so it does have a nasty habit of leaving late. And so we'll keep an eye on that. And so, but there is other pinging going on and other movements. Movement, 2 EasyJet flights, an Austrian and a Helvetic. Helvetic obviously going back to Zurich. There's a Veiling, an Air Transat, and a TUI also pinging as well. And these are all the 9 o'clock scheduled flights that are due to go. Well, thank you. Good morning, Tanya. Hope you're good. And so our friend Telly only gifted 5 memberships this morning. Absolute legend, eh? Absolute legend. Ryanair on the runway, hurtling down it at a great speed. Off to Berlin. I'm not going to mess with that. That could have gone. That should have been so much nicer than it was. My sore thumb got in the way of that shot. And so I haven't mentioned my sore thumb yet. I've tried my best not to. So I was at work last night. I finished work at, should have finished work at 9 o'clock to go to an event, but didn't get out till late. So the event didn't happen. And I was working in the depot yesterday and went to lock one set of gates because the other set of gates should have been locked and they weren't, and ended up trapping my thumb. And so I've got a nasty bruise on my thumb on my right hand now. Does not hurt as well. So yeah, a little bit of a blood blister underneath the nail, and it's a bit tender. A couple of days, be all right. Well, absolutely. Who was the clever so-and-so that didn't lock the bleeding gate? Well, we'll leave them anonymous. It's not my job to lock that gate. It's my job. I normally go and lock the bottom gates. And as a result, the heavier of the two sets of gates, one of them ended up squashing my thumb. So yeah, number 4 on the list, absolutely. Yeah, no, it's not my job to lock the gate. It's somebody else's job to lock the gate, but they didn't do it. And so by the time I was going home and securing the site to go home for as far as I can, to hand it over to the people remaining, I thought, oh, well, it's only a gate. I'll just do this. Yeah, they're heavier. I'll just be careful, and ended up squashing my thumb. So, hey ho, you live and learn. So, my job, one of my jobs is driving buses. I do other things besides that. Aviation fan. Jack of all trades, master of none is what I call myself. I'm a plate spinner, and so there's not much within the depot that I can't do. I'm a supervisor, and so I look after staff and I look after allocation of duties and buses and breakdowns and anything else that tends to go my way, as well as diversions and all the responsibilities of that. And so last night I was in the office, as I was the night before as well, and come out to do my yard plan so I can do the allocation and lock the gates. I normally lock the bottom gates, and the top gates are normally locked, and these top gates weren't locked last night. So I just thought I'll go up and I'll do it. It's nothing, not complaining, just, getting on with it. And yeah, ended up catching my finger. Ended up catching my thumb. So hey ho, like I said, you live and learn. You live and learn. Maybe I'll give them a wide berth next time and ask why they haven't been locked. I'm not one to cause a fuss, really. I just get on with it. And but yeah, one particular shot there, I spun, and it didn't half smart, so that's why I mentioned it. Would I like a plaster? I don't think a plaster would do anything, to tell you the truth. So, like I said, it's under the nail of my thumb, so I was proud of myself for not swearing. I just held it because it hurt. You know, all the usual expletives that want to come out when you do something like that. It is a drill. It might be. It might be. I'm going to leave it a couple of days. It's not too bad. I had that done when I was a kid. I trapped my finger in the door, and I had to have a paper clip they heated up over a Bunsen burner to release it. So yeah, hopefully that won't happen this time. We love a Virgin arrival. Another 330. Where's all the 350s? And this one, of course, is GVKSS. Can't think what that's called. Thumb, aren't I? The A380 is pushing back, is it? It is pushing, I can see it. Thank you. Of course it is. Mademoiselle Rouge, thank you, Telly. I'm normally pretty good on the Virgin planes, but that one escaped me for a moment. So we'll leave Mademoiselle Rouge for a moment, and we'll dash off for a cheeky Helvetic. I don't think I've seen this one before. Mademoiselle Rouge. It's not a regular, I know that much. And so they went through a phase where they sent Soul Rebel and Wendy Darling and Lady Emmeline. And now they're going through a phase. No, I don't think I've ever seen this one. They've got Mademoiselle Rouge. And a couple of the others. So it's nice that they're changing them out because it means that we get to see some alternative regs. And it was a little bit of an SAS photo bomb then, wasn't it? I like a SAS Connect plane as well. No, Yeah, Mademoiselle Rouge. It's just not one that I mean, I've not been doing this very long, and so me saying, "Oh no, never, ever, ever," but in the same respect, it's you get used to the same few planes that come in all the time, and so it's a lovely change that they've gone. Do you know what? Let's change it up a bit. We've got a couple of bits going on here. What I'm keeping an eye on is the TUI, the way it was taxiing out then. Hello, Carl. Morning. Well, yeah, yeah, they are. They're normally eight. There is an A330 that comes in, but yeah, you're right. They're mostly A350s. They send here, so it looks like we're having a changing of the guard. It could just be for the winter. They're sending slightly different planes, like the 777 by Etihad earlier on this morning. They don't normally send a 777. They sent Qatar sent an A350 1000 instead of a Dreamliner the other day. So I suppose it goes with the varying passenger numbers over the winter months. So we've got Air Transat on the way down, TUI on the way down, and KLM City Hopper on the way down, and the Emirates is there as well. And so very high chance that all these will go before the Emirates due to the wake turbulence that the Emirates will leave behind it. And so sending a plane out too quickly behind the Emirates can be catastrophic. Is it? I've never. Aviation fan says that actually Etihad 777 out of Manchester is a regular. That's normal. She's normally a 300, and she's in the old livery. I've not seen a 777 by Etihad. I normally come on a Sunday, and then one day in the week, so it's at least twice a week I come. So the 777's back for the winter every day apart from a Tuesday, which is a Dreamliner. Okay. Yeah, could be 787, 8, 9, 10. The various incarnations, but yeah, possibly a Dreamliner. So yeah, I mean, I like I said, keep an eye when I'm not streaming and when I'm not visiting, taking pictures and various bits and pieces. I keep an eye, and you know, you get used to the pattern of the flights coming in and out, don't you? Aviation fan, and I'm exactly the same. That's why I go off. And then obviously, if you're on Facebook, um, you can, you know, sort of find out from the groups and stuff on there. No, I've not seen either. I know that TUI are 7878s, aren't they, normally? But Etihad and Qatar, aren't they nines? Again, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. The Turkish Airlines flight just landed with us from Istanbul. And so I'm learning all the time, aviation fan. Because my day job's so hectic, I find it such a nice thing to do to chill and unwind. So KLM is on its way down the runway in their 737. Papa Hotel Bravo Golf Bravo is the registration on this one. And they're off to Amsterdam. It's funny how you get attached to things, isn't it? It really is. So A380 is heading down the runway, but first it's an A330 by Transat that's going first back to Toronto. Normally Transat is don't know. I'd have to look. What is that awful noise over there? Sounds like something scraping on the floor. Yeah, you know when there was like the sound of sound like something had caught. Tui already at the runway. Do you think so? Disgruntled employees dragging the push-pull bar. It was a horrible grating noise. It was awful. And so next in the queue is Ryanair going to that destination called Not Available. Don't know if anyone else can see what that destination is, but it's not telling me. And so this could be a repositioning, couldn't it, if they're not telling us what it is? But yeah. Ryanair landing as well from Brussels. Blimey, it doesn't feel like that long ago they went to Brussels. Ryanair just tootling round. Ryanair leaving to that great destination. Any advance on Not Available? That was awful. Sorry, folks. KLM City Hopper just landed as well. from Amsterdam. Sounds like they're braking for a short taxi. Are they going to do it? No, they're going to have to go past it, I think. They were hoping for a short taxi, but it looked far too quick to be able to turn it round there. They've got an EasyJet plane. This Sun Express might go as well, you know. Yeah, I earlier on in the stream, the people that were on earlier on will be aware that I said that there was a repositioning that I'd spotted last night. But then I come to look this morning and I couldn't see it. And obviously they'd taken the destination as to where it was going. So let's cast our eyes back down the runway. Will the Etihad go? Will the Emirates go? Or will the Sun Express go that's behind it? Deborah Me, hello, you well? So yeah, there is a Sun Express that's sitting behind it. And so it's which one's going to go first? I mean, it should be the Sun Express plane that goes first, because otherwise it's going to slow everything down. But we've got an arrival first somewhere. There it is. The Ryanair flight from Rome. No, it's past the taxiway. No doubt Sun Express will duck shove Emirates, because otherwise it'll have to sit there for 10 minutes. Yeah, well, exactly. I know that the minimum time that they can have between flights is 2.5 minutes due to the wake turbulence. And so it just, looking at where the Sun Express flight is positioned, it's staying behind the Emirates. It's not moving into the taxiway. So yeah, Emirates is next. What I've seen them do in recent times is they get all the little planes out the way and then let the Emirates go, is what I've seen in recent times. But they also, well, they've got 3 planes lined up behind the Emirates, so it seems quite bizarre. Yeah, they're waiting at the runway hold line. Seems quite bizarre because there's a Sun Express, a Jet 2 and a SAS plane, and they can't go because of the wake turbulence from the A380. I don't make the rules, like, they know what they're doing. She does. She goes up effortlessly, doesn't she? Right then, now we wait. And so, I mean, the time varies based on the weather conditions and various things like that as well. There's a lot of clouds. There's a lot of clouds around. So, not low lying like they were the other night, but there's still quite a lot of cloud cover. If they were low lying, it wouldn't feel cold, and it does feel cold this morning. This is the other Singapore. Ah, now that makes sense that they've let the Emirates go. If they knew the Singapore was coming, perfectly executed, as always. Sun Express is it's moving. So we'll leave Singapore just there. That didn't feel like 2.5 minutes, Aviation fan. It really can. It's thank you so much, Tanya, gifting a membership. Very, very kind of you. And Adam, if you're online and watching, please don't forget to say thank you. It's been nice because our membership has grown very, very well this morning. We're just a little small channel, and we've added 7 members to our members tally this morning. So thank you very much, everyone. Massively, massively appreciated. Telly, first of all, gifted 5. Thank you very much, mate. Christopher Porter jumped on board with a cabin crew membership. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. And then, of course, Tanya for Ice has gifted 1 membership. Thank you so much. And Adam is the recipient of that membership. So it's all good indeed. And so just nipping back to Jet 2. Glasgow to Manchester. This is a repositioning, isn't it? Trying to keep eyes and hands everywhere, and it's just not happening this morning. So repositioning of this plane from Glasgow to Manchester, registration is Golf Delta Romeo Tango X-ray. So that's 2 repositionings we reckon we've had this morning, isn't it? So that Ryanair flight, I think, was a repositioning because they didn't tell us where they were going. And then obviously this one, they did tell us where we were going. Jet2 don't do internal flights, so it must be a repositioning that they've completed. Speaker Jet2. Darling. So Ryanair off as well. Absolutely. So Aviation fan says he doesn't understand the darling hold my hand thing. And so if you go back to the Jet2 adverts, it's a Jess Glynn song with the words darling hold my hand in it, which is played on the Jet2 adverts. And so I think that was Telly that gifted you the membership, Sophie L. Telly NZ. I think it come under. Thanks, Christopher. And so anything gimmicky, we're all over it, you see, on Becky's Planes, Trains and Buses. And so it's just something that stuck. I just said it one day, messing around, and it's just stuck, hasn't it? Darling, hold my hand. A bit like the Ryanair taxis one. And so Ryanair taxis, because, well, they're in and out like black cabs, aren't they? So this one from Funchal to Manchester. 3 hours and 28 minutes. That's not bad flight time. 3 hours, 28 minutes. Very good indeed. No, I don't either, Carl. The thing is with memberships is that you are randomly selected. We figured that out. The other night we did a Halloween stream on Thursday night from the airport. It was a spooky stream. You can get that on the channel. There's also for a video there that was made, obviously, behind the scenes footage, exclusively first played to members, and then obviously that opened up for everyone else afterwards. And Julie Kay kindly gifted a membership. I managed to gift it to herself, which I thought was quite bizarre. And we giggled. You will have memberships. Just keep going, Carl. Keep your chin up. Keep your eye on what you want to do and what you want to achieve, and never let go of that. Just keep going. You will. It's just a lot of, you put a lot of work into it. I put a lot of work into this. I'm off today, and what I'll probably do today, when I finish streaming, I'll go back home and then I'll work on my channel. If there's any videos that need uploading, if there's any pictures that I need, or anything that I need to do, then Sunday is normally the day to do it for me. In terms of my schedule this week, I'm not quite sure how it's working. I think I'm off on Thursday, but I will, as soon as I know what's going on, I will, of course, let you folks know so that you can see if you can join me. I always try and come to the airport twice a week. Last week it was three times. Is it not nice weather in Funchal at the moment? Are they having the rainy season type thing? Me too. Ryanair taxiing another landy to the airports in the shape of Lufthansa. A little lufty from Munich. An A320neo, this one. I like this livery. I like this livery a lot. Just one of their standard liveries. And then they've got a couple of variations on this livery as well that are special. But I do like this livery. It's nice. What's not to like? Another A319 by BA sits at the foot of the runway. They've just got authorization to hurtle. So I know when I started streaming, I did a Facebook live stream and I tried a YouTube live stream, and I found that I was happier on YouTube. You can do a lot more things with your stream than you can, and then of course you have access to that footage, whereas Facebook lay claim to it, which I've never really been that comfortable with. And so But what works for one person might not necessarily work for the next. Keeping us busy with these arrivals this morning, aren't they? Another Ryanair landing from Dublin. Your neck of the woods, Carl. And so, yeah, just keep looking away at it. Keep on. Don't let your head go down. Keep working at it, and you will get there. I promise you, you'll get there. At Jet 2, what was it Ivy May called it the other day? Lanrica or something she called it. Either way, it made me giggle a lot. This one's going to Larnaca. And EasyJet have just arrived as well from Belfast. I've never really been a great fan of Facebook. I have got a Facebook account. I do use Facebook, but I use it because other people use it, if that makes sense, to keep in contact with people. Some people chart every moment of their life on it, and I don't think that's ever a good thing to do that. Like, oh, we're going on holiday, oh, this, that, and the other. And it's like, well, hello, you've just told burglars that you're not home for 2 weeks, And so, yeah, it works because people are interested in people. That's why it works. Yeah. So, yeah, I do use it, but I make use of it more so these days than actually updating. So Telly says that they did live streaming for years while driving. Took years to build up a following. Sadly, all gone. The streaming platform owner's business went bust. US base, and the platform got shut down. Oh, that's a shame. Would you not do that again on YouTube or something? Recording your movements when you're driving. And you've got to be so careful now because obviously the laws around that have changed as well. They're far more stringent now than they ever were, with good reason, obviously. But yeah, Facebook. Yeah, do you know what, Tanya? You're right. Facebook is it's great if you've got it's free storage, isn't it, for your photos? You upload all your photos and you don't need to worry, it's there because you can set it to private. You can set it to certain people that see it. So yeah, you can use it to your own advantage, can't you? So just gonna have a look and see what the arrivals are on this, because we are due. Ooh, timer. What's that? So GL SAC is a plane that we're keeping an eye out for this morning. GL SAC, 3rd November LS988. It will be the last commercial flight, I believe, before it goes to Cardiff Airport. It's thought that that will be its final destination as a passenger jet. So Ventura is the destination. It was due to go at 9:50, but now it's estimated at 10:14. That's moved backwards from 10:06. So we're very much watching for the Ventura flight. Excuse me. Don't normally yawn this much, do I? Ah, went to Cork, did it? It went to Cork. It didn't. It wasn't a repositioning like we suspected. It was just odd that it didn't have that information on there, if that's where it was going. And so this morning, I'm probably going to do until about 11 this morning, and then pack up and head for the hills. And then I'm going to plot a course to return as well. I can do that while we wait for the next flights to sort themselves out. So I would have been here at a different point, but I've been put in for 5 days and I only work 4. So I'll be having a word about that. And so, yeah, my next day off is Thursday. So it's looking like a Thursday stream early in the morning. Just arrived A320neo from Amsterdam. That really 50 minutes? That's plumbing good going, isn't it? 50 minutes to Amsterdam from here. I thought it was a little bit longer than that. EasyJet and EasyJet. We're not going to get a 2 for 1, or are we going to get a 2 for 1? Almost. Almost a 2 for 1. Okay, thanks, Telly. So, yeah, it's going this morning and then it comes back this afternoon. and then it's not scheduled for any flights after that. So today will be the last day of service, it is thought. They're definitely keeping us waiting anyway, aren't they? Louder on their way out now. Off to Palma de Mallorca. Next one out is the Finnair. That's an Embraer E190. Well, it will be when we can see it. There it is. Finnair to Helsinki. And Virgin taxiing as well. You see them heading down. Oh, it has come. This was the one that we weren't sure was going to arrive earlier on. It's an Avantair. From Guernsey. And that's Canada Dash, that. And do you know what I love about this? The reg on it. It's Delta Alpha Alpha Sierra Hotel. So the reg is Dash as well. Very, very nice. Very, very nice indeed. Ryanair just arriving from Budapest. Yep, tag you're it. One Ryanair in, and the next one is going to go out in a moment. Virgin behind the Ryanair. And Singers are on the way down as well. And so the Virgin plane is Beauty Queen that's on its way. And so it's been a nice change. We've seen a couple of different planes that have come in by Virgin recently. Seems that gone is Fearless Lady and Wendy Darling and Lady Emmeline, and they seem to have been replaced at the moment or swapped out by Mademoiselle Rouge, Beauty Queen, and we've seen quite a lot of Soul Rebel recently as well. So it's Beauty Queen's turn to go now. Ribbons. Some lovely ribbons then. I wonder if the Singapore will make nice ribbons as well. Well, we're about to find out. So they do like a little high five, these Singapore Airlines flights at Manchester, because one goes from Manchester to Houston and the other one goes from Manchester to Singapore, and they meet here. And so 9VSMU is the reg on this one. It's an Airbus A350. My faves. Lovely. Gear up and gone. Lovely takeoff. They really are making us wait, aren't they, for this Jet 2? Ah, is that the one? No, it's not. So making its way down to the runway, it is a 757, but it's Golf Lima Sierra Alpha Echo. It's not G-Slack. So there is a runway inspection in progress. That'll teach me. Apologies for that. I'm just having a look where G-Slack is. It's not even pinging yet. It's not even pinging yet. So the one on its way down to the runway is going to Tenerife. And so it's LSAE. They've recharged the 9-volt and off she goes, absolutely. Ops 53 going to the Midway fire station. They didn't half go down there, you know. They didn't half fly down there, but I don't know what the current situation is. There is something sat in the middle of the runway. I'm sure all will be revealed. So this one is the Tenerife bound Jet 2 flight. Not to be confused with G-Slack that we're waiting for its penultimate departure from Manchester. It is due back later on this afternoon. G-Slack. We unfortunately won't be here to chart that. There will be others, I suspect, that will see that. There it is, it's pinging. Manchester to Forteventura, Golf Lima Sierra Alpha Charlie. Logan Air just landed. Isle of Man that they've come from. It's not the Isle of Man livery though, because it normally says it on the side of the plane. A tartan plane nonetheless. And so, yeah, I think what we'll do, folks, is we will wait for the arrival of the Emirates and we'll finish on the Emirates today. So the Emirates is due at 11:15, but it's expected at 1 minute past 11. And so I think that'll fit in quite nicely for us today. And so, yep, G Lasac is pushing back as we speak. So just as a point of interest, it says the disruption index is currently 0.4, which means that there's about a 5-minute delay. I'd put that disruption index up a bit higher myself, because there's a few that are late. Oh, sorry, Telly. Sorry, Barney. Sorry, folks. I don't normally yawn this much, do I? And so we're just waiting patiently for the next one. There's a Scandinavian on its way down, operated by SAS Connect. So there it is, it's coming. You see the shark fin of the SAS Connect, just taking the runway a little bit shorter. And so this is an Airbus A320neo, and the reg is EISI, registered in Ireland. So Telly says that the Emirates is at 40,000 feet at the moment and is currently over the English Channel. Thank you very much, mate. There's nothing much going on here now. It's all a waiting game, waiting for movement in the terminal. Now we've got Air Portugal inbound over Stockport. I can see it there now. That's arriving in 1 minute. So rather than show you a field of nothing, we'll show you some taxiing and the terminal just until that Air Portugal gets a bit closer. I can see the lights of the Air Portugal plane. Hello, Alano. Hello, Ruth Porter. You okay? And so I'm not sure if you're aware, Alamo, but you have been gifted a membership. I'm not sure who did gift you, but you've been gifted a membership to our channel. So congratulations and well done. The lovely livery of an Air Portugal flight. 2 hours, 26 minutes, the flight time. Charlie, Sierra, Tango, November, Romeo, the registration on that one. And so it's good to see some newbie badges in the chat now. That does give you a few little bits. The much coveted emojis are now at your disposal if you're a member. And if you're not a member, well, you can join for as little as $2.99 a month. Smash in. Okay, so let's have a look and see what's happening with, there's a Jet 2 plane on its way down to the runway. There's a couple of planes on their way down, but what we're going to do is we're going to leave the Air Portugal right there and join Golf Lima Sierra Alpha Charlie for what appears to be its penultimate departure from Manchester. So this is one of the planes. It's a 757 by Boeing. This journey is Manchester to Fuerteventura, and this is unfortunately going to be retired by Jet2 at just 32 years young. They've almost completed their service. I'm sure the pilots flying this plane are as sad to see it disappear from commercial skies as we are. But that does pave the way for the new 321 Neos that they've recently begun taking delivery of. Pegasus just landing from Istanbul. Have they got a flying thing in my mouth then? Don't know what that was. Fortunately, I closed my mouth in time. It is penultimate revenue flight for GLSAC. And we will get its departure in a few moments from now. And so Ryanair just completing the turn onto the runway. And then Jet2 is immediately behind that. So we'll skip over to the runway. There it is. Nearly went too far then. This one, off to do what the Romans do. Followed by another Jet2. However, our interest lies with the end of the runway now, waiting for flight number Lima Sierra 997. The call sign is Echo X-Ray Sierra 4 Lima Foxtrot. Manchester to Fuerteventura, penultimate flight. Engines are building. And here she is coming into view. Thank you for your service. Off she goes to Fuerteventura. She will return from there later on this afternoon. And then, unfortunately, retire from commercial flight. Well, I wonder if we were expecting a bit too much to get them to do a wing wave. But that's one of the two flights that we're keeping an eye out for today. Unfortunately, the second one we won't be here because it's not due until 10 to 10 tonight, from what I can see. The second of which, keep an eye out. It's Golf Lima Sierra Alpha Juliet. And the last passenger flight number is Lima Sierra 926. Now, I was looking at this last night and it's due back here at 10 to 10 tonight, was what I could see of that flight. Whether there have been any changes at all overnight remains to be seen, but I guess we'll wait and see. Tried to sneak away this one. Must have a cup of tea and some butties waiting for him in Heathrow, Sally. What do you think? Now, come on, let's go. I'm on my break when we get there. Sounds like me, that. Come on, let's go. I'm on my break when we get there. Absolutely safe travels, old girl. I mean, I know it's the end of an era really for the 757s at Jet2, isn't it? I know that being 32 years old, they can't be very fuel efficient, and that's why they replace them with spangly new A321s and such like. And then obviously the newer engine option, which is what NEO stands for, it obviously brings a better fuel can't even say it, better fuel economy. If there's any such things when you're talking about passenger jets. So it'll be interesting to see where Boeing go now, because everything seems to be changing over to Airbus, and in particular the A321. A321, A320. So yeah, it'd be interesting, very interesting indeed. May I just say thank you for? They were in a rush, weren't they? They were up and away. Can I just say thank you for all the likes this morning? I know we did have an interruption in the stream due to the internet gods, and thankfully that has settled down. Because there's nothing worse than trying to stream when the internet's all over the place. Jet2 again, waiting patiently. So this one is also a 757, 27 years old. And the reg on this is Golf Lima Sierra Alpha Kilo. Not to be mixed up with its predecessor, which was Charlie on the end. So, do the airlines do anything special for the passengers when they're taking them when a plane's going out of service? Do they say, "Oh, we've got special, I don't know, a special badge for you, a commemorative badge because the plane's going to be retired"? Or do you think that would scare people? Oh yeah, we're just taking you, and then we're not using it anymore. Just a thought. I've never heard of it, but it doesn't mean they don't. What's that coming out? Free bar would be good. I can't imagine they'd do that, can you? There it is. That's what I was looking for. This is the Gulf Air Dreamliner, isn't it? I knew there was a reason why I let that Ryanair go out of shot. You are most welcome. It's been a bit what's it sometimes, I'm not going to lie. I am exceedingly grateful for any support, any kind comments and well wishes, any likes, subscriptions, any hellos in the chat, anything at all. Every little bit of support means a whole great lot deal to someone like myself that's got such a small channel in comparison with the other channels at Manchester Airport. We are growing all the time, and your support is absolutely appreciated, like you will never know. And so, one thing that we do pride ourselves in here is we have a lovely little community of everyone that has a laugh and a giggle, and we've all got bizarrely a very, very similar sense of humour, um, which is nice. We've got people from all ages and all walks of life. It's a community where everyone is welcome. Telling you, I know, yeah. Imagine, like, oh, is this a drill? Is this a drill? Could be a drill. We're not on Blues and Twos. So we have an appliance. Now, normally, the last drill they had, they sat in the taxiway just by the piano keys. It's not doing that. It's going over. But I don't think it's an emergency because there's no flashy lights. There's no flashy lights. So I unfortunately can't say what's going on because I took my headset off due to lack of batteries in it. And so it's run down really quick. Going over for a chip butty at the cafe. Hey, they might do. I like a chip butty. There's nothing wrong with that. I wonder if I can pick up on anything. There's not much battery left in my scanner. So I'll have to get some Duracell batteries, I think. Just going to turn my scanner on and see if we can learn anything as to what that's for. Absolutely. Barn pot to welcome, you know. I like a barn pot or two. I'm just listening in to see if I. That's not very good, is it? Sorry, folks. My ear just fell out of the thingy. Just going to take my hood off. Could be a fuel spillage. I'm just having a look to. I'm having a just having a listen to see if I can hear anything. Time air flight, isn't it? We were expecting. A Hawker Beechcraft 400 XP. No. So Iceland Air just arrived. Just listening to ATC to see if I can decipher why the appliance is being deployed. Hello, you're back, Tanya. No, I still can't hear anything as to why that's been deployed. It could be just a simple spillage, which not an emergency, is it? So that could be why. There is a plane going directly over us. Very low, but I can't see it. Is that a go round? It sounded really low. It sounded really low. So I could hear it, but Sun Express. I was going to say, yeah, I could hear it, but I couldn't see it. And so it's the Gulf Air that's waiting to go first. And did you say about Ryanair is still on the runway? This is likely. It is, yeah. You meant Gulf, okay. I wonder why Sun Express went around. Missed some dodgy camera work. You haven't missed much else. The chat's been quite busy for me to try and keep up with, which is nice. It's never a bad complaint. So a couple of vehicles going down. Quite a lot of people going down as well. So there's a minibus of staff and two outward vehicles as well. About 10 people just gone down in vehicles there. Pegasus flight just landed. I need to leave my phone alone and concentrate. Just trying to see where that Pegasus has come from. Pegasus from Antalya. The internet has gone really bad. It's been awful at times this morning. I had to restart the stream, which hasn't happened for a while. I believe there's been a problem with a mobile phone mast up here, so that could be some of the issue. We are waiting for the Emirates to come in this morning, and then I think we're going to end today because if it's being difficult. It's been dropping frames over the past half hour, has it? And now it's dropping more. Okay. Like I said, I do know there's a mobile phone mast out in the area. So what I need to do is find somewhere that I can use my hotspot. So I wouldn't mind. It's been absolutely brilliant, hasn't it? And then all of a sudden this morning again, it's gone a bit belly up. So the hotspot have got 23% of battery on it. I don't know why. Yeah, I blame the weather as well, Christopher, because it's been absolutely fine, hasn't it? And then all of a sudden it's absolutely shocking again. And so smooth. Unlike the internet. I don't know what's going on with the internet this morning again.